What's good, everybody? Inada here, back with another Shinobi Striker video. Nagato has been in game now for a few days, and if you follow me on Twitter, then you know that out of all of the DLC that's dropped so far, in my personal opinion, Nagato is the most fun DLC in terms of gameplay. If you're not following me, the link is always in the description, so pull up. Let's get right into the cosmetic items that Nagato brings to Shinobi Striker. His first outfit is the OG Akatsuki outfit. You know, the one they wore back when Yahiko was running things. I don't know about you guys, but although I like the Nagato version of the Akatsuki outfit, I always like the OG one more for some reason. Next up is the outfit that Yahiko, Nagato, and Konan wore as kids. They're not unisex, so if you play as a female, you can't wear the Yahiko / Nagato outfit, and if you're a male, you can't wear Konan's outfit. You also get Nagato's hair when he was a part of Yahiko's Akatsuki when he wore the headband. With these cosmetic items and the fact that Nagato's hair without the headband and Yahiko and Konan's hair were already in the game, you can literally turn your CAC into any of these characters at any stage in their life if you want, except for Nagato's reanimation version. Although I'm more fond of Itachi's version of the reanimation outfit because it had shoes, it's still disappointing that we didn't get the reanimated outfit. Paired with all of these cosmetic items, you'll also be able to show off your firepower to other players in the lobby with the new Fire Arrowhead emote. No, you won't be able to blow down the fences that block you from running around the rest of the village, but it still looks cool to do. On to everybody's favorite part of each DLC, the jutsu. For Nagato's first jutsu, I'm not even going to waste my time and embarrass myself by trying to say this technique's name, so I'm just going to call it the Animal Path. If you don't already know, the Animal Path is the path of pain that can summon the different summoning animals to help him out in battle. Well, in Shinobi Striker, with this technique, Nagato summons the chameleon. Once the chameleon is down, you turn invisible. You can't be locked onto, and your action speed is reduced. I have to be honest, out of all the jutsu that Nagato brought to the game, this one is by far my favorite. You guys probably already know this by now, but I love having techniques on hand that are more supplementary than full out offensive. When you play with randoms, techniques that can be used for escaping are a must, and this is one that you can definitely use to escape from your enemies. However, if your opponent has Byakugan or a very sharp eye, they will be able to see you. The reason why I say very sharp eye is because if you look close enough when your opponent moves, sometimes you can see the outlining of their body. You have to be careful when summoning the chameleon because if you attack or get attacked after you disappear, the technique will instantly end. This also applies to burn debuffs you get from techniques like Amaterasu, Majestic Destroyer Flame, and Dragon Flame Bombs. For some weird reason, sometimes you can get hit while summoning the chameleon and you'll still go invisible afterwards, and as long as you don't get hit while you're invisible, you're good. I found out that you can also use the summon to knock nearby opponents away. When the chameleon is summoned, when it drops to the ground, anyone who's around you gets knocked back. Because there's no damage calculations in this game, I can't tell you if the damage makes it worth using it in this way though. And for those of you who have had a hard time landing some of your jutsu, such as 1,000 Needles of Death or Totsuka Blade, now when you're invisible, you can sneak right up to your enemy and take them out before they even see it coming. Next up is the jutsu that I'm pretty sure you've seen in every match you've been in by now. Again, I'm not going to bother saying the name, so I'm going to just call it the Asura Path Jutsu. When using this jutsu, you don the Asura armor and both of your jutsu change. This is the first jutsu in the game other than 8 Inner Gates formation that this happens. If you press L1, you'll fire off your arm cannon, which is a jutsu that shoots straight ahead but deals a lot of damage and breaks guards. And if you press R1, you'll fire your arrowheads, which shoots multiple missiles into the sky that come raining down on your opponent. While the mode is active, it's not like God's Evening Elephants where you can only use 5. You can literally spam both of these jutsu until the duration runs out. As for now, I'm not sure if the armor gives any other buffs than changing your jutsu like a defense up or anything like that. If I'm to be honest, I was hoping that when we put on the armor we get some health back since we're still the only class that can't heal themselves. And finally, Nagato's secret technique, summoning Ghetto Statue. Now before you judge this technique by looks, the range of it isn't as good as you might think it is, and the blast only goes straight. It also takes a while for the blast to even come out. So what you want to do with this technique is get close to your opponent, at least in taijutsu range, and then summon the Ghetto Statue. Once you do, it roars and every enemy nearby gets stunned for a long time. The Ghetto Statue uses its sealing jutsu and takes the souls of your enemies hit by the dragon that comes out of its mouth. People hit by this technique are instantly killed and their respawn time is increased. But the downside to this technique is that once you use it, it takes a heavy toll on your body, reducing your health all the way down to 1. If you have a healer on your team, make sure you only use this move while your healer is nearby to stop yourself from dying after your invincibility frames go off. Because if not, you may do what I did here and cost your team the win. My last thoughts on this DLC is, as I said at the very beginning of this video, Nagato, in my opinion, is by far the most fun DLC to come to Shinobi Striker thus far. Him as a cast character I also like playing as, but because of the fact that he's able to do stuff like this, I honestly think he needs a nerf to his kunai throw. Maybe make the animation of his kunai throwing slower so that he can't spam people to the point where they can't move. But as of right now, Nagato is by far the best kunai thrower in the game. His kunai throwing is so good where if you just want to cheese your opponents to win, Nagato is a better character to pick over your own range type CAC. I don't condone cheese, but if you know you're going against a modder, I say go crazy with it. And that's all for today's DLC review video. These are just some of my thoughts on Nagato as a DLC character right now. If you agree or disagree with anything I said in this video, let me know down in the comments below. While you're at it, if you enjoy this type of content and would like to see more, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. You could also check out the videos on your screen right now to hold you over until my next video. My name is Inada, thanks for watching, and we out here making major moves.